morning, students. Hope you are fine and staying at home. My dear students, this is our English class and I hope you can recall what did we learn in our previous lesson. We learned about using comma, right? Where do we use comma in a sentence? So, now we are going to know more about these. So, let's get started. Now, students, please open your English for Today book at page 41. I hope you can recall that we use commas to separate three or more things or more words in a list. If we got more than 3 words and to separate those words, how to separate them? We use comma, is it? Like Mili, Nayan and Saleh are my friends. So, we can see 3 names here. Mili, Nayan, Saleh. So, we need to separate those words. Mili, Nayan, Saleh. Then how can we separate them? We will use comma. We will use comma between the name Mili, Nayan, right? Then the words are separated. And then Nayan, Saleh. Here we don't need to use comma. Why? Because they are already separated by this word and, isn't? So, Mili and Nayan are separated by this punctuation, comma. Okay. Now, then they are kind, polite and caring. So, kind, polite, caring, 3 words need to separate. But how? We will use comma between kind and polite, right? Kind and polite. We will separate those 2 words with comma. But polite, caring, those 2 words are separated by the word and. So, there no need to use comma between them. Okay. Then, what is the rule? The second rule to use comma? The second rule is to separate words. To separate words where? That introduce a sentence. That means when a sentence is gonna be started, if there is a single word, we need to separate from the sentence that is introduced. So, we separate that word with comma. Okay, let's see. Well, how are you? Well, how are you? Then, how are you? The sentence is just initiated. It is the sentence we need to separate from the word well. So, we need to use comma after the word well. Okay? Well, how are you? Then, oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. Then, where we use comma in this sentence? Yes. Oh, this is the word we need to separate from the sentence I'm fine. The sentence is just started. Now, dear students, let's go to the another sentence. The sentence is, yes, I know Laila. Yes, I know Laila. Then, I know Laila. This is the sentence to be separated from the word yes. So, we should use comma after the word yes. Okay, now the next one, next sentence. No, I don't know Yusuf. So, I don't know Yusuf. This line this sentence is just introduced. So we need to separate the word know from the sentence is just introduced. I don't know Yusuf. So we need to use comma after the word know. Okay, and this is our second rule for using comma. And then the third rule, to separate the name. To separate the name of a person addressed in a sentence. Okay, then if we got a name in a sentence, we need to separate the name from the sentence. Okay, then how? Tamim, listen to this song. Tamim, listen to this song. Then we need to separate the name. Okay, we need to separate the name of a person, Tamim, okay, addressed in a sentence. So we need use comma after the name of the person, Tamim. Okay, now next sentence here. Neil, can you please turn on the radio? Neil, can you please turn on the radio? Then this is the name of a person and the sentence is just addressed, right? Can you please turn on the radio? I'm addressing the person. Then we ask for something. Neil, can you please turn on the radio? So we need to separate the name of the person with these punctuation marks, comma, right? So we use comma here after the name of the person. And these are the rules we learned in our previous lesson. Okay? So, dear students, now it's your turn to do something. So let's go our next activity J. Look at the dialogue on page 5. Underline the commas. Say why the commas are used in each sentences. So we should go to the page 5 and then read the dialogue very carefully and then count the commas are used there and think why those commas are used. Okay, and you will get 2 minutes to do this. So dear students, I hope all of you have done. So let's check the answer. Okay. Here is the dialogue given on page 5. So first, Tamal. Hello Andy. Look. Hello Andy. Then after the word hello, here is used comma. Then why? Because after the word, it is introduced another word. So we need to separate this from the word hello. Okay. Then Andy. Hi, Tamal, how are you? Now, in the second sentence, hi, Tamal, how are you? Hi, Tamal. Then, we use comma after the word hi and then introduce a new sentence, Tamal. So, we need to separate this from hi. So, after the word hi, we use comma, right? And you can see this here. Then the third line, Tamal, fine, thanks. And you can see fine. After the word fine, we get comma. Now, Andy, meet my friend Seema Zaman. Andy, meet my friend Seema Zaman. So, we use Andy, we use comma after the word Andy because we need to separate the name of the person from the sentence introduced, right? Meet my friend, then Seema Zaman. So we use comma after the word Andy and then we start our new sentence, meet my friend, then appear a new word, the name of a person, Seema Zaman. So we need to separate the name of the person, Seema Zaman, from the sentence, isn't? Because Seema Zaman is just addressed here. So we need to put comma after the word Andy and then meet my friend. Then we address a person, Seema Zaman. Alright? Now, and Seema, this is Andy, Andy Smith. So here, again we use comma after the word Seema because now in this time we address Seema to meet Andy, right? So Seema, this is Andy, Andy Smith. Alright, in the fourth line, Seema, hello Mr. Smith. Then Seema is greet to Mr. Smith by hello. So after the word hello, to separate the word Mr. Smith, we use comma between them. Hello. Okay? Andy, hello. Please call me Andy. And can I call you Seema? Now here, look. Hello. This word is already been separated. So there we no need to use comma. Okay? Then the line here, Seema says, sure. Then Andy, please sit down. Let's chat. So here, please sit down. So this sentence need to separate by comma. Why? Because please. Then the next sentence is just introduced. Sit down. Let's chat. Okay. So dear students, I hope all of you have found those commas and already come to know why those commas are used here. Okay. And so very excellent job you have made. Now my dear students, let's have a look onto the board, and you can see there are 5 sentences are given onto the board, right? Okay, then what should we do here? এখানে আমাদের যে কাজটি করতে হবে সেটি হচ্ছে এখানে যে 5টি সেন্টেন্স দেয়া আছে এই সেন্টেন্সের আমাকে কমা ফুল স্টপ দুটোই ইউজ করতে হবে। তো আমরা একটু আগে যে কাজটি দেখলাম কোথায় আমরা কমা ব্যবহার করব সেই ধারণাটি দিয়ে তোমরা কিন্তু এই সেন্টেন্সগুলোতে কমা ব্যবহার করবে এবং আমরা সবাই জানি যে কোনো একটি বাক্যের শেষে ফুল স্টপ হয়, তো তোমরা কিন্তু প্রত্যেকটা সেন্টেন্সের শেষে ফুল স্টপ ব্যবহার করবে। ঠিক আছে, তো চলো আমরা ফার্স্ট যে সেন্টেন্সটি আছে সেই সেন্টেন্সটি দেখি। হিয়ার দ্য ফার্স্ট সেন্টেন্স, ওয়েল ইট লুকস গুড। সো ইন দ্য ফার্স্ট সেন্টেন্স we need to use comma to separate the word well, isn't? Because we just come to know where do we use comma. We use comma to separate the word that introduce a sentence like hi, hello, isn't? So the word is here well, and after the word it introduces a sentence, it looks good. So we need to separate the word well. Then how can we separate the word well? We will use comma after the word, right? So we will use comma. And all of we know that after ending any sentence, we should use full stop, right? And here is given full stop. Okay. Now, in the second sentence, I like cucumber and lettuce too. I like cucumber and lettuce too. So we need to separate that word too from the sentence here. So what should we use to separate that word too from the sentence? Yes, we will use comma. And as the sentence is end here, so what do we do after ending the sentence? What should we use after completing the sentence? Yes, we use full stop. Very good. So in the sentences are given one by one. You can see 3, 4, 5, and every sentences you need to use commas and full stop. So now I'm going to separate this sentence using comma here. And we know after completing the sentence we use full stop, so we should use full stop. Okay. Now, dear students, you got 3 more sentences here, and your task is to rewrite every sentences using comma and full stop. Okay, and it is your homework and you will do it by yourself. Okay, so my dear students, please do your homework and preserve this very carefully, and after reopening your school, please let this homework to be checked by your English teacher. Okay, stay home, stay safe, keep learning. Thank you.